I saw Julian on Tuesday. I was allowed into the Ecuadorian embassy and I was very happy because the people in the embassy were so polite and respectful, and I had read in the paper that Ecuador would not kick him out. And when I got inside to see Julian, he said this is lies because Ecuador is very weak because they're under such strong pressure from America that they're just waiting to find an excuse, and then he said, and they will arrest me either tomorrow or definitely within 2 weeks. That's what he said to me on Tuesday. Okay. And what I want to say is that it's about human rights, free speech, and misrule of law by government. Because what's at stake here, the issue is that Chelsea Manning and Julian released American war crimes. Chelsea the whistleblower, Julian the publisher. And this is what this is about. And they've had this court waiting for them ever since.
And how did you feel when you heard what happened this morning?
Well, it's incredibly violent, and I blame England anyway. England have kept him in that embassy trapped under total false pretences, illegal. They've been keeping him there illegally for years, through manipulating, through just doing what they want.
Alright, Shalom. Call her Lord La Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh, which means all praises to Yahweh, which is the true name of the Heavenly Father, who you people call God, Bahashim, in the name of Yahweh, which is the name of the only begotten Son, who you people ignorantly call Jesus Christ. Those are the true names of the Heavenly Father and the Son. Plus, I want to give a shout out to the Akim that's pushing and spreading this word throughout the four corners of the earth, who's also uplifting the name of Yahweh, and to the confusion of faces whose bloodline traces back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, our forefathers. Though you may look like one of the heathen nations you're scattered amongst, same if your seed line goes back to one of these tribes through the man, and if your spirit bear witness with this word and this truth, and you can receive it, so you confusion of faces, though you do look a little different, you are Israelites. Okay? To you sisters that do, you Aqua, which is you sisters that do listen and learn, Shalom. And to the elect of the nation of Israel, who this word is going out to throughout the four, where you every may be scattered throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay? Shalom to you. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you combine, consist, and make up the 12 tribes of Israel. Okay? You are the Hebrew Israelites. That is your true, nationality. Not black, not Latino, not Native American, man. Those are all bywords, okay? You are the chosen people of the Most High Yahweh and Yahweh Shah, okay? And I just played this clip on RT. It says misrule of law by government. And basically this is surrounding the situation that's going on out in the UK with Julian Assange. He was the WikiLeaks founder, which I'm not worried about these Edomites, because the Edomites, if you don't know, are the self-proclaimed white race, okay? But the point of this is misrule of law by government. You heard her tie America in with this, okay? So, why is it misrule of law in the so-called government, okay? It's Job 9. I'm gonna start off with this. It's not loading on this part, so I'm gonna have to get in the Apocrypha. KJ. This is Job 9 and 24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. Okay? Who's the wicked? Okay, the nation of Edom is. Read Malachi 1 and 4. He covered the face of the judges thereof, if not, where and who is he? And who covered the face and said that that who you people ignorantly call Jesus, okay, which his name is Yahweh, was a so-called white man, according to the scripture. When, according to the scriptures, it turned out he was actually a so-called man of color, okay? Those so-called white race did it, okay? So keep that in mind. And right, the earth is given to the hand of the wicked. So this is Revelations 7:17. And I'm gonna start the first verse. And there came one of the seven angels had the seven vials, and talked with me, saying unto me, Come hither, I will show unto thee the judgment of the great horde that sitteth upon many waters. Right? And if you jump down real quick, the many waters, okay, which that whore is America. Okay? This is the 15th verse. And he saith unto me, The waters which thou sawest, where the whore sitteth, America, are peoples, multitudes, nations, and tongues. So keep that in mind. So I'm gonna read the second verse. With whom the kings of the earth, these leaders of these other countries, have committed fornication, and the inhabitants of the earth have been made drunk with the wine of fornication. Right? Okay. And what's the fornication? The lies of America, man. All these philosophies of America, man. Okay. The confusion that America pushes, man. The corruption that America pushes. And how was that spread? This is Nahum. Okay. Nahum 3 and 4. Because of the multitude of the whoredoms of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts that selleth nations through her whoredoms, okay, and families through her witchcrafts. And what is that? Through the TV, okay? Whatever this man uses, okay? The puppets he set up, okay? These so-called governments he set up in his favor. Esau here in America set up in his favor, okay? That's all the witchcraft that they sell it. That's how they sell it through, and they sell it to these people, making these people think, okay, that that's the way you live. That's the way things are supposed to be, man. Okay, but it's the witchcraft of this place, man. Okay, and the point being is these nations took the ways of America. That's why it says in Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, and the nations have drunk of the wine, what is it? The fornication of wine. Now the nations are mad. Quickly paraphrasing it. Okay, that's why they're bucking up now. But here's what I want to get. This is Habakkuk 1 and 1. The burden which Habakkuk the prophet did see. O Lord, how long shall I cry and thou wilt not hear? Even cry out unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are that raise up strife and contention. And who does that? What does this remind you of? It reminds you of the situation, okay, that you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are in. And confusion of faces who can receive it too. Because you're under the curses as well, okay? We are in this position, okay? Therefore the law is slack, right? And judgment doth never go forth. For the wicked doth compass about the righteous. Therefore wrong judgment proceedeth, man. Okay? We living in a world under this man, okay, Esau Edom, the so-called white man, where he could commit crimes. Your higher ups could commit the crimes. Right? But when your average normal citizen don't slip my mind. It keeps slipping my mind. When your average citizen commit a crime, or even if they don't commit a crime, even if Esau, just like in this situation, okay, will just make up something or cause something and plant something and make you look like you committed a crime when you didn't, okay? He could get away with it, okay? He can get away with that, but the average normal citizen, especially Israelites, you can't do nothing like that, okay? You will get persecuted to the highest extent, okay? So we living in a land where the law is slack, man, okay? And it's because this man's in rulership, okay? That's why okay? It's Hosea 4 and 1. Hear the word of the Lord, ye children of Israel. He's talking to you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. The people on this chart right here. Okay? For the Lord have a controversy with the inhabitants of the land, and the main inhabitant of this land. And don't forget, I just read that he spread it, okay, his fornication throughout the four corners of the earth. So it's everywhere, man. Okay? But main land he has controversy with, that the Lord's going to come face to face with, is the land of America. because there is no truth, nor mercy, nor knowledge of Yahweh in the land. Okay, this land, okay, there is this is the valley of the shadow of death, if you like to call it, man, as the scriptures say, man. Okay, where anything goes, basically. Okay, that's why the Lord has a controversy with this place, because the wicked is in rulership. Okay, and now we in the time Salakia. We in this time. I'm gonna start up. So I'm gonna start the points in the 28th verse. I'm gonna start the 18th verse. And it says, and it saith, behold, days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them. This is 2nd Ezra 6 and 18, by the way. And it said, behold, the days come that I will begin to draw nigh and to visit them that dwell upon the earth, and will begin to make inquisition of them what they be that have hurt unjustly with their unrighteousness. And when the affliction of Zion shall be fulfilled, and who's done that, man? Esau, Edom, man. Okay, you're a plague to the earth, man. And when the world that shall begin to vanish away, which this world is vanishing away, shall be finished, then will I shew these tokens, the book shall be opened before the firmament, and they shall see all together. And this is what's happening now. And this is how this word is getting out through these videos, okay? The truth is coming out. It tells you that in Psalms, the 85th chapter, how truth shall spring out of the earth, man. Okay? So quickly, let me get that real quick. Let me just get it. I don't want to keep butchering the scriptures. 85 and 13th verse, I think it is. I think it's truth, the 88th. Yeah, Psalms 85 and 11. Truth. This is Psalms 85 and 11. Truth shall spring out of the earth, and righteousness shall look down from heaven. Okay? And that's what's happening now. The truth is coming out. So let's go back to what I was finished off at. Okay? This is the 21st verse. And the children of a year old shall speak with their voices. The women with child shall bring forth untimely children of 3 or 4 months old, and they shall live and be raised up. And suddenly shall the sown place appear unsown. The full storehouse shall suddenly be found empty. That's going to be your famines right there. And the trumpet shall give a sound when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. Okay, at that time shall friends fight one against another like enemies, and the earth shall stand in fear with those that dwell therein. The springs of the fountains shall stand still. In 3 hours they shall not run. Whosoever remaining from all these that I have told thee shall escape and see my salvation in the end of your world. And the men that are received shall see it, who have not tasted death from their birth, and the heart of the inhabitants shall be changed and turned to another meeting. So here we coming up. For evil shall be put out, and deceit shall be quenched. As for faith, it shall flourish, corruption shall be overcome. And that's what's happening now. Okay? This truth coming out is bringing, okay, light to this dark world we living in. Okay? This is a very dark world where a lot of people, when you tell them the truth, they don't want to hear it. Okay? They don't want to hear anything about truth. That's how bad it is when it comes to this world, man. The darkness of this world, man. Which have been so long without fruit shall be declared, man. So this was what we're in, man. Okay? The truth coming out and all this man's, okay, wickedness, all his corruption, all his lies, all the crimes that he's committed upon the earth and the Israelites, okay, it's coming out, man. So this man is basically, these prophecies is closing in on Esau, man. Okay, so now you're seeing him basically show his true colors. He's starting to, that pressure's starting to make him, do certain things, like he's doing now, man. Okay? That devil's coming out of him, basically. Okay? He's basically throwing everything he could, man. Then it's just gonna get to a point when, he's gonna come down with great wrath physically. Okay? He's not gonna hide in the closet anymore, man. Okay? But that's another lesson for another time, alright? Okay? This is the time we living in. So this is Micah 4:1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow onto it. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob. That's Israel. And he will teach us his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem. Okay? That's the point, man. When we get back in power, because those Amalekites, they're not the real people. Okay? Because they're doing the same thing. They're the same. The Amalekites are the head tribe of the house of Esau. They're doing the same thing that the Edomites here in America are doing. Okay? This is talking about when these people on this chart right here, starting with the elect, okay, are put back in place. And that's the time we're living in. Okay? They at least know it. And many nations shall come and say, Come and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord. And I already read that. This third verse. And he shall judge among many people and rebuke strong nations afar off, and they shall beat their swords and the plowshares and their spears and the pruning hooks, and they shall not lift up sword against nation, neither shall they learn war anymore. Okay? But they shall sit every man under his vine, under his fig tree. None shall make them afraid till the mouth of the Lord of hosts has spoken it. That's talking about us as a nation of Israel. We don't have to worry about these nations, okay, trying to take us out. Just like this man's trying to take us out now. He's going to have one last time, but it's not going to work, man. Okay? And that's the point, man. When we get in the rulership, okay, it won't be no more corruption. It won't be no more wickedness. It won't be no more unfair, okay, justice systems, man. Won't be none of that no more, okay? It's going to be ruled in righteousness, okay? This is the time we coming into. The transition, like I always say, the transition from one power to another, man, okay? But Lord willing, this is edifying. This is a real quick lesson. Call Halal Allah Yahweh by Shemi Shah. Shalom to the elect.